So here's what my day looks like. Today was July 8th. Today is Friday, July 10th. Today is Saturday, July 11th. So today is Sunday, July 12th. If I am giving care and love and support to my family and friends right now, then I want this to be my lifestyle 10 years from now. I can admit that the half of this week, the last half, was the most unproductive. What's up, everyone? So lately I've been watching some of the founders like Greg and Alejandro. They're sharing their full journey in building their businesses. And I realized that they have videographers, they have editing teams. So it's easy for them to push out this type of content. Whereas in my case, I don't have these and I cannot afford them. Like I can, but I'm prioritizing every single cent that's entering the business right now into paid marketing and to acquire more clients to scale the business from right now it's like 10K per month all the way to 200K per month. I think that'll get me the team that I need to do a better job in documenting. But anyway, I'll try my best and I'll do this challenge for like 30 days straight where I upload a video every single day of what I'm doing, whether that is screen sharing, whether it's me holding the phone, it's me doing sports. I'll try and record as many things as I can to build some really fun videos and push them out for you guys out there. All right. And that'll include everything I'm doing in my business, like the strategies and what I'm doing with fitness, whether it's with the gym, swimming, maybe playing soccer as well, whether it's with going out, maybe socializing. I'll try and record some of these moments as well. So yeah, that you can take a glimpse at my life as well and see what I'm doing on a daily basis to grow, not just grow my business, but also grow myself as a person, to take on more responsibility, to build great things and enjoy life. What's up, everyone? So I just finished making my coffee right now with this manual espresso machine. That's what I drink on a daily basis, mainly espresso and Americano. It's like diluted espresso. So I like it. It's clean and I stay fasted. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something. Yesterday, I uploaded a story. You can watch it. Let's watch it together right now. I reunited with a few people recently. If you're watching this, you know who you are. And they told me, like, why don't you do something fun in your life? Like, I see your stories and posts and videos, and like it looks like your life is boring. And I'm like, is that what it appears like? Because I'm living my best life right now. You know, I'm in a phase where I love my business. I love what I wake up and do and work on every single day. I love the sports, and then, you know, the physique that I'm building, the social relationships that I have, the family, the friends. Like, everything is so great. If you guys want to see more maybe lifestyle stuff and where I show you how life is perfect and maybe the aesthetics of things, like right now I'm in a restaurant and it's someone's birthday, let me know. But no, don't worry. Life is good. It's better than it has been. And I uploaded a video about that lately on my YouTube. You can check it out. I uploaded this because some people were telling me, like, hey, Liam, why don't you live a more exciting life, more adventurous life? And they have this idea that my life is boring. And I kind of understand why. I think it's because most of the stories that I upload, and that's like most of my followers are on Instagram and active on there. So like my follower to story viewer ratio is really high. So they all kind of follow my stories. And on my stories, I talk a lot about like philosophical topics, whether that's with like how to live a better life, how to systemize your life, and how to be more productive with business, like principles that I learn as I grow in my entrepreneurial journey. And because I do that, because the information doesn't contain any emotional weight to it, so I don't portray maybe excitement. And I think my friends have this, my old schoolmates have this perception of philosophy being that boring thing that they should shut off and not even consume in their life. Because at school, for example, they would memorize sheets and quotes and whatever. They would copy and paste this information in their exams just to pass it, but they wouldn't exercise their critical thinking while they're like practicing philosophy. Whereas I enjoyed it. It was one of the best topics. I think I was the best in philosophy at school. That's the topic that I got like 17, 16 on over 20. I don't know what's that, B, A, whatever. But I was pretty good at it because I enjoyed it, and I filled pages of the exam with the information that I've practiced. So yeah, because their perception of philosophy or like self-improvement tips or whatever maybe isn't that big of a priority for them, they think that this guy must be boring because all he likes to talk about is philosophy, which is boring. I can show the aesthetics of my life and like the cool things, the great things. I have no problem doing that. I can go more philosophical on this channel because it's long form, and whoever watches long form actually wants to get infotainment mainly, so like entertained and educated at the same time. And I can discuss topics in more length. But yeah, and use Instagram to like show the highlights of my life via pictures or short videos. With all that being said, I think fuck, I messed things up. Guys, you can see all these mugs that aren't washed. It's because I accumulate them here before washing them. So coffee is done, water is filled. Now let's go to my desk. So, as I was saying, I think this got me thinking, like, why do most people live unfulfilled lives? They have or they face things that they don't want to be facing, whether that's loss of freedom, they're stuck in a job that they don't like, but they have to attend it because they have to, their business isn't growing the way they want, or something like isn't clicking. Of course, my life isn't perfect. I don't think there's a perfect life out there, but we can always get closer to perfection the more we analyze life. You know, there isn't 100%, but we're always trying to get near that. And the best way to do that is by thinking philosophically and questioning our life and questioning what we do on a daily basis. Because if we just go through life like a feather in the wind, then we won't be in control of where we land and where we fly, because the wind is taking us everywhere. You know, whereas if you're driving an airplane, driving, flying an airplane, and you the pilot of it, and you take feedback from the clouds around you or whatever, you go through turbulence sometimes, but oftentimes you know how to steer the airplane to reach your destination. And if you oversteer a little, you might end up in a totally different destination. So that's why it's important to always know where you're headed towards, so you can take the right actions and make sure you're on course. So that is practiced through journaling, through praying. And I know it's tough. We often look at other people's lives and they're portrayed to be living that euphoric thing, but like, don't get sold into this. Someone might have the G-Wagon and the villa, the Dubai lifestyle and whatever, but they might be the most miserable people. And I've heard, I've seen, I've met with a lot of these people. So just focus on you and let God take care of the rest. Guys, if you're not using Google Calendar, you're missing out on a lot in life. So here's what my day looks like. Today was July 8th. It's a Wednesday, and I woke up late today because yesterday I had my sister's graduation party, so I wanted to get some good sleep. And so the day started at 9:45 a.m. This is what it looks like. I color code everything as well. I worked on ads, so like I worked on ads and edited some of the videos that I have going on. I replaced the call to action, which is the last part of them, and improved a lot of parts of the funnel as well. Let me actually record them here and kind of show you my screen. What's up, fam? It's 2. Okay. So I've been going super heavy on Cloud Code lately. And what I did was build up these 3 different funnels. First one is dmsetter.com/coachesburned. This is the original one. It looks like this. We have the VSL here. If we click on any of my clients, you can see all of the people I've worked with. We have these stats, we have the testimonials, and this is the form where when the leads fill it out, we get to know more about their business to see if they're qualified, and then they can book a call. This is the first version, and it falls under one ad concept. So one idea, which is for coaches already burned by an AI chatbot. That's like the specific targeting. And then the second one is dmsetter.com/setterquit. So this is for coaches sick of hire, train, lose, and repeat. So coaches who are always hiring these DM setters or people that quit continuously and they need a solution for that. Your DM setter quit on you again. Coaches are handing their DMs to an AI inbox agents that book 16% more calls and never churn. So it's the same skeleton. All we're changing are the headings. By the way, guys, don't take ad advice from me or whatever, like marketing advice. I'm still a newbie in this game, so I'm learning along the road. But I think one thing that you can take from me as an advice is that you should use Cloud Code, because I literally duplicated this funnel here and let it do all the changes within 5 minutes. And it duplicated this. And then the last one is scale DMs. Boom. Also, this is the third version, the third concept of the ad that delivers like a different idea, or the packaging is different for the marketing. With ads, there are concepts. Each concept is an idea where you target different people, you do videos in different ways, you test different stuff, you know? Let's see also how the ads manager, if they're working as well, because I launched them right after lunch and I went to swim. I want to record some of my swimming as well, but it's tough. I don't have my phone with me when I go to swim because I don't want to splash it, you know? So let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, this ad started spending money. Performance and clicks, link. Ooh, okay. CTR, interesting. Okay, so I launched these 2 ad sets today, and this one is just skyrocketed with the ad spend. It spent $80 so far. Crazy. But we haven't gotten any booked calls. Sucks. Either way, gotta give it time. See if everything is working in it. So this video has the most spend. See this one, no spend yet. Okay. Let's see if also the CTA is working. Hopefully it's not glitching. Scale DMs. I should be good to go. All right, guys, so this is when it comes to paid ads. When it comes to my organic, I'm uploading 2 reels a day. Today, these are the ones that I uploaded. So this is recycled from my YouTube video. And this here is something, so as I'm learning more about how to use AI in business and automate it and do all this stuff, I'm sharing it on my page. And so here I am showing how I'm cloning the best marketers and using AI for marketing. And then I transition it to talking about DM setting, which is my offer. So that way, I capture the attention of people like coaches who are interested in AI or business owners. And as they're watching the video, then I introduce the idea to them of AI DM setters. So now they know that I specialize in AI DM setters. So it's kind of a hook. It's a long one, but you know, improving as I go. And I'm practicing my talking right now. So by me recording this, you can see that, or I can practice my talking, my tone, my vocabulary. I can rewatch the videos to improve them. And this would also serve me on my business page, actually, to make the reels more concise, more engaging, and give more energy to the content that I'm recording. So it's a pretty exciting phase, I can say. That's pretty much the summary for today. Okay, so to continue, Worked on ads, and then had a lunch break, had a call with a video editor, and then went to a coffee shop, worked there a bit. When I'm tired and I don't want to stay here in the same environment, I like to go somewhere else and continue working, blast some house music as well. Then went to swim, practiced with my coach today, prayed, went to church, and now I'm about to have dinner. So see you tomorrow. Today wasn't that productive when it comes to business. I haven't worked on it yet. We picked up our friend here from the airport and made a tour in Beirut. So yeah, we're at a place called Italy now, and gonna drink some coffee and then head home, do some work, and yeah, not considered to be a super productive business day, but gonna head home, spend time with the family as well, and yeah, tomorrow will be a restart. Today is Friday, July 10. It's 3 p.m. It was super unproductive because yesterday we stayed up late for my sister's proposal party. It was fun and I had to be there. But, it sucks. It sucks when you have momentum, but then something comes up and you lose that momentum. And something that I've been thinking about recently is, do I want the life where I do face these times where I have to go to, let's say, family parties or friend parties or events that force me to stay up late, but, fills my soul and fills up the social part of my life? Or do I want to just go and travel elsewhere and just lock in, just care about making money, 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 grow my business? But I think the latter part is sort of a trap where if I go on my own and just live abroad and have a super successful career and disconnect myself from the people that I love and trust, where we have this unconditional love, right? Yes, I can make more money. Yes, I can become more successful. Yes, I can be more famous with everything, anything that I can imagine, like materialistic. But I think that is a big trap because we think that this is temporary. But when we train ourselves to just work hard all the time and not see our family and friends, that will also be the case in the future. And so, a big lesson that I learned from a lot of people out there that are super wealthy, they have great health and they have great family, is that don't, like, you can make money anytime, and as long as you have enough, like, you shouldn't worry about money. It's just this false thing that we tend to follow, that we think will get us like more happiness, but really what gets us more happiness is what we make with that money and who we spend it with. Because if we're alone and we have a ton of money and we have no one to spend it with, we're gonna end up spending it on stupid stuff that is just, that has no value, and that we adapt to. Like this, we can buy a Lamborghini today, 1 week later we find ourselves like, oh, okay, cool, I have a Lamborghini. What now? Who am I gonna ride it with? If you've seen these reels where like people are in their supercar and they steer the camera to their right, and the right seat is empty, the passenger seat, and they say something like, I sacrificed having someone by my side, a close person or close people, just to get this supercar or whatever. And I've heard lots of stories, whether it's from podcasts or people around me, where they got divorced with their partner. They don't spend enough time with their family, and that was all because their main focus was just on their career, leveling up, making more money. Like, it's a never ending process. And I think the sooner we understand this, the sooner we know that the way we live our life right now will also be the way we live our life later. And if I am giving care and love and support to my family and friends right now, then I want this to be my lifestyle 10 years from now. And I don't want to sacrifice that just to make more money or become more successful or have more followers. I know I can get these. And maybe I think the middle point here is that, okay, to me, there's always this part of me that yearns wanting to maximize my potential and build great things. And sometimes I do feel limited by my environment. So, something that I'm thinking about is traveling abroad to a place that has really high entrepreneurial energy and staying there for, let's say, 2 to 3 months, really working hard on my business, and then coming back and being based here in Lebanon, which is the country I was raised in. I wasn't born here, by the way. I was born in the US. We moved here when I was like 4 years old. So, yeah, that's the country where I'm based in. I'm in most of the time, maybe let's say 7 to 9 months of the year. And then the other months are for traveling and maybe locking in different locations so that I literally have no distractions around me. I think that is kind of the great balance. Maybe it's an 80-20 or 70-30%, 70% here, 30% there. But yeah, it is something that I'm training myself on. I'm super aware of that. And right now I'm at the phase where I really need to focus on the business, and every day that I miss is a big cost. But again, with that being said, I don't want to sacrifice the most valuable thing in the world, which is family, which is close people and relationships, just to chase something that can be printed within seconds. And there's an infinite amount of money out there. There's an infinite amount of people who click on the subscribe button out there, but none of these matter as much as the relationships, your health, and the freedom that you have as well. I do find a lot of fulfillment in doing my work and building things. But there comes the point during the day or the week where I feel burnt out, and the best way to conquer that burnout is through socializing. We are social creatures as well. That's something I realized. So, yesterday was a full social day. Today was half kind of ruined, but the plan right now is to go and do a physiotherapy session and then play some soccer with my friends and come back, have dinner, sleep, wake up tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a Saturday. I'll be working hard on a Saturday as well, work out as well, maybe run or swim, and see what's the plan for the evening. I might have my friend's graduation as well. So we'll see about that. Guys, I also love to take you with me on these types of things like events, but at the same time, I also love to experience them. I don't like holding a camera and pretending that my life is great. No, I want to be fully present and live this life. And if someone else records me doing these things, that's great. Like, I don't have to worry about, oh, okay, I need to record that I'm drinking a coffee right now or that we're looking at this amazing view. But if I have someone who loves just having their camera on all the time and recording everything, and they're going with me throughout the journey, I think that is the ideal situation here. And I think that will happen soon. I don't know when, but I'm making use of what I have right now. So, yeah, let's see what happens next. What's up, everyone? Today is Saturday, July 11. I decided to take this day to just reflect on my personal life and remove all the thoughts that have been processing in my background and kind of put them on paper and visualize them. Because, yes, we can build a business and I can just hustle all week and work just on the business and make sure it's growing. But what's the point of doing that and let my personal life deteriorate? At the end of the day, it will catch up and it will cause my business to fail and to stop. So that's why I believe that taking, let's say, 20 or 30% of the time to just reflect and think about the personal life will have a huge impact on the business performance. So today I got sent a verse from one of my friends. I'll read it to you right now. So this is the one. For what is a man here? What is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? This got me thinking a lot. And it's the quote that I was literally thinking about before he sent me the text. And, usually when I get a verse from the Bible, I try and translate it into the modern world. I try and see, okay, how does this apply to my life? And if a mentor of mine were to tell me this exact verse, what would they tell me? What would they advise me? Because this can be interpreted in like multiple ways. So I went on and researched Steve Jobs, and I remember there's something that he said maybe before he died. Because Steve Jobs is a big inspiration. I love Apple. I love the products he's built, the company he's built, the grid that he had. So I was like, okay, what did Steve Jobs say? And what's kind of related to this verse that, and I thought, hmm. And I remembered Steve Jobs saying something similar to this verse. And this is it. Treasure love for your family, love for your spouse, love for your friends. Treat yourself well, cherish others. So this is one. And then here, therefore, I hope you realize when you have mates, buddies, and old friends, brothers and sisters who you chat with, laugh with, talk with, have sing songs with, talk about north, south, east, west, or heaven and earth, that is true happiness. So he said it himself. He was a billionaire, and before he died, he was like, "Yeah, like, what's the point of accumulating all this money? Like, there's no point." And here he says, like, wearing a $300 watch or a $30 watch, they both tell the same time, whether we carry a 300 or $30 wallet or handbag. So all of these are the same. If you pay 10 times more for a certain materialistic thing, it's very similar to something that you pay 10 times less for. So anyway, that is to say, to not just chase money and to sacrifice everything. One of the limiting beliefs that I think has helped a lot in like growing and getting in the self-improvement journey is thinking that, okay, when I become successful, when I become famous, when I have more money, then people will respect me, then they'll love me, then I'll feel that I belong to them. But as I went on and got into this grind mode all the time, I realized that when I went on to socialize with people, I was very awkward. And this just pushed them away from me, thinking that, oh, like I am the best and yeah, they should respect me because of my success and whatever. Thinking that that will do the social interactions for me, I think was a very wrong belief that I built. It served me for a bit, but then it turned against me. So I had to shift that belief and kind of not put a lot of value to my business when I'm interacting with people. Personally, I love what I do. I love the business that I have. It's a huge chunk of my life. But at the same time, when I go on and talk to people and I want to have this unconditional love relationship with them where if my business fails or succeeds, or if the world hates me or loves me, they still are there. They love me, they're there to support me, and they don't care about the external factors that determine my worth. They care about me as a person. So even though I become a billionaire or whatever, they don't care, right? And that I think is the unconditional love that we search for because it gets us safety. It's social validation that makes us feel like, okay, if the world is to fall down, if my business is to collapse and I go bankrupt, I got people who are there to support me, who believe in me, and who don't want any like money from me, compared to having all these friends that, yeah, we can spend some really great times together and they are like amazing when it comes to business and all that stuff. But if there is no trust element, in those relationships, then if something bad is to happen, I cannot trust them, and there's no point in having this relationship. Of course, each relationship, each type serves a different purpose. I believe you should have business relationships and also unconditional love relationships, and that is what will help a lot. So these thoughts are what are coming like after experiencing them, and also facing a lot of imperfections in life that got me to think about these. So this is another quote that I read today. Let me pull it up. Learn to love the interruptions. Find the fun in the delay, the humor in the challenge, the pleasure in the daily commute. A great deal of life is spent dealing with interruptions and waiting for conditions to turn. We think, if I can just get past this, then things will open up. But the interruption is not standing between you and your life, it is your life. Yes, I prefer hassle free days too, but you rarely find a situation that is all bad. There are little pockets of joy folded inside the annoyances we face. There's always fun to be had if you go looking for it. This is one of the arts of living. The it's the art of enjoying the imperfect days. It's the art of making all the moments count. So, yes, when we face interruptions and when we get those feelings of like, ah, damn, I messed up today. I stayed up late. Like that was literally me yesterday. Um, and now my business productivity got affected, or this happened and whatever. I didn't lose the amount of body fat that I set out to lose. These are the things that actually create life and make it interesting, because they're problems that spawn, and they are they give us a reason for why we should keep on living in a way and solve these problems. So they give meaning to life. If we had just a perfect life and we didn't have to work towards anything, then what's the point, right? With that being said, some of you might be thinking that I am putting zero value on the importance of money right now, and that is very far from the truth. In fact, I want to gain financial abundance so that I don't have to worry about money at all. I hate money problems. I hate the limitations that the lack of money brings to the daily life. And if I have that part solved, then I can focus on the things that are more important. I can focus on actually pursuing the vision that I have and have set out for myself. And that is the goal. And although my business isn't performing that well right now, in terms of income, I know that I am focusing on what I can control, which is putting in the work, iterating as much as I can, and not giving up. And what I cannot control is when I start breaking through and reach new heights with the income. I believe I'm very close. I don't know when this will happen, but I'm patient. I've practiced the skill of patience, and I'm still practicing it right now, I guess. And the best way to be patient is to not think about the things that we cannot control. So, right now, what I'm doing is reading this book, reading the verse in front of me to remind myself of the principles to live a great and happy life while also achieving the goals that I have. Because I don't think there's a point in just sacrificing all of my life in order to get wealth, fame, success, or be able to help a ton of people. Like, why not be happy and achieve these at the same time? And that is the thing that I'm aiming for. So Naval is talking about a really important point here, which is specific knowledge. He says that you want to build some sort of knowledge and skill that is really hard to find somewhere else, yet is very highly demanded by society. And that's how you kind of become rich. And the most important thing is that you also love this type of knowledge. You enjoy doing it. It feels like play to you, but work to others. And that's how everybody wins. If everyone does what they love. So like find your strength and double down on it. I think, to me, like, I love building stuff no matter what it is, whether it's a birdhouse or code or videos like this one, like recording them, combining them, editing them, building the channel. building my personal brand. I love this. Maybe I'm not the best speaker or the best scientist or mathematician or artist, but what I know I'm really great at is building things, including AI systems as well. I love building this stuff. So, yeah, find your strength and double down on it, I guess. So, today is Sunday, July 12th, and I also woke up late today, mainly because of my friend's graduation yesterday. So, we had like a party afterwards. Not a party, but like a dinner. And I can admit that the half of this week, the last half, was the most unproductive. The first half was super good. I had the momentum, I had the focus on the business. But, we're in summer. Everyone has the prom, graduation, stuff like that. So I'm attending them. I know that in the business world, like it's ideal to kind of lock in and go away and not attend these things, but they only happen once in a lifetime. And again, the point that I was trying to deliver is that moments like these don't happen every day. And whereas making money, working on the business can, and I can do this every day. I can. So, yeah, there will be some trade offs, I think, especially this month, because of everything going on with the events and stuff like that. But it's cool. I understand this. I understand that it won't be the most productive month, but still, I will try my best and focus whenever I can. I think next week doesn't have any like major events, so it should be good. We should pick up the momentum. But I'm grateful for this life, and I know that the way I'm living right now is the exact way I want to be living later, where, when I have a family, maybe my children have their sports games that I want to attend to, their graduations and some events, and maybe relatives, friends. So I want to keep on nurturing that social life alongside business, because at the end of the day, if I have $1 billion in my bank account, but I have no one to share that wealth with and no social connections, there's no point in like having all this money. It doesn't make sense. So just trying to acknowledge that and also doing my best and doing what's in my control towards scaling the business. So yeah, today is a chill day as well. I'm gonna be having lunch with my family. I read a bit of this book, and I'm gonna use AI to edit all of the clips and like combine them together into this weekly vlog so I can upload it and you can watch it next week. And afterwards, I have a football game with my friends. It's gonna be fun, competitive, and get back home, prepare for the week that's to come. I already scheduled what I have to do for tomorrow and just crush it. Crush it. Grateful for this life. Let's see what's next.